Hello everybody and welcome back, or welcome here if you're new. My name is Anna Varix and I hope everyone is doing really well. I'm doing okay myself, and today I would like to kick this episode off with a little bit of a story time, because this episode was actually supposed to be the start of a new hardcore series, and that didn't actually pan out very well. I was in the middle of recording that first episode and I died. I got killed by a skeleton, so I'm just going to show you a clip of what happened now. So now that you've seen that clip of me dying in my hardcore world, I didn't last that long. I didn't even get to level 30. Yeah, I'm not a very good Minecraft player at all, and I'm quite ashamed, if I'm honest. So I recreated that world in survival, and that is the world that I'm currently standing in right now. And this area that I'm currently standing in isn't my spawn location, but it is very close to my spawn location. And I've already done a little bit of stuff already. I've gotten some iron armor. I've also managed to find a village, and I've tamed a couple of cats, and I bred them up, and I made another cat. Now I don't know which one is the original one, but yeah, I've tamed up some cats, and I also stole some of the workstations, a cartography table and a lectern, and I think I also got some stone cutters and a smoker as well. So I have done some things already, and I have actually been mining. Just over here in between all of these trees, there's this like little opening here, and it sort of leads down into a little bit of a cave system. So I have been mining, and I've gotten myself some iron and things like that. But now what I would like to do is actually start building my starter house, because not too long ago I was caught out in the rain and I got wet, and all of my kitties were getting wet, and it just really wasn't a good time. So I think it's time that I actually build my starter house. Now I haven't gathered up all of the materials yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that now, and then I'll jump into a little bit of a time lapse of me building my house, and then I'll be back after, and we can get on with some other things. Okay everyone, so I've pretty much gathered up all of the materials that I'm going to need now to build my starter house, and I'm just waiting for some bricks to finish smelting. So everything in this chest is what I'm going to be using. Now this isn't in exact quantities, I've gathered a lot more than I'm probably going to need. So what I've got is some dark oak logs that I'm going to be stripping, and that is going to be for the framing of the house as well as the top half of the wall. And then I also have some dark oak stairs for the roof. I've got some oak logs which I'm going to use as the floor, the main floor in the house, which are also going to be stripped. And then I've got some andesite, some stone, some cracked stone bricks and some normal stone bricks. And that's going to be for the bottom half of the wall. And then I've got some granite and some bricks that I'm going to be using to make a chimney. And then I have some lanterns that I'm going to be using for lighting. So that's pretty much everything. So I guess let's get building. Alright everyone, just as the time lapse is playing, I'd like to just talk to you a little bit about what has happened and what is going to be going on in the future. So as I mentioned earlier, this episode was supposed to be the start of a hardcore series. Now unfortunately I did die in the beginning episode, or in the recording of that episode. So I ultimately decided not to carry on with the hardcore let's play, and I really liked the world that I'd spawned in. I felt super inspired by it, and I really wanted to carry on building and creating in that world. So what I ultimately decided to do was just recreate that world, but in survival. survival suits me a lot better. I do have the difficulty set to hard, as I still do like a little bit of a challenge, but yeah, I'm super happy with my plans for the future of this world, and I'm probably going to be sticking with this world for a really long time and not going to be restarting again. So I would just like to clarify that, just so you all know, and I hope that you understand. Alright everyone, so the house is pretty much finished and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it looks really cute. I need to go on the inside and do all of the interior now. I have put my bed in here already, so I've just got a bed here, and I do want to put in some more beams. I'm thinking maybe of putting in a beam that comes across the top here and then across the top here, and then I'm going to hang lanterns on either side so they're just one block higher, because I think these ones are a little bit too low here, and I am not sure that I like that. Now, I don't think that I'm going to be using the upstairs, so I think I'm just going to leave it plain. I may actually put in some staircases on the inside just to give it a little bit more shape. But other than that, it's finished now and I'm really happy with it. So I do need to move all of my things to the inside of the house. So let's just go ahead and do that now. All right, everyone. So I've now finished the interior and I am so happy with this house. It looks so cool. So this is the front door, and yeah, I put this like little overhang on the front. I'm not sure if I like it, but I think I'm just going to leave it for now. Perhaps once I get more kind of like the pathways in and some of the buildings and things, it might just blend in a little bit more. So I think I'm going to leave it for now. But anyway, let's go on in the inside. So I have brought some of my little cats over. So I've got one just sitting out here. There is still one over there. I'm not sure what to do with that one just yet. And the other one is sitting right here on top of a barrel. So as soon as you enter through the front door, I kind of have my bed here on the right hand side, and I just got a lot of like little decoration, a lot of like hidden barrels and things. Kind of got like a little screen here to separate these two sections. So this is sort of like the crafting, kind of like kitcheny area. I've managed to hide some of my furnaces down here. So I've got blast furnace in the middle, a smoker at the back there, which makes sense more for the chimney, so I can cook all of my food on that bit. And I just got some normal furnaces here on either side of that, and that acts as like a kind of like floor for the whole fireplace, which I really love. And yeah, I've just got a lot of barrels hidden around, so I've got some on like shelves up here and a couple more up there, and then some just chests hidden around and things like that. So I've got a lot of storage, and I kind of went with a sort of overgrown look inside of here. So as you can see, I've kind of got like a lot of leaves sort of hanging down. I knew that I wasn't going to be using the top part of the roof or the top part of the building where the roof is. So I kind of just put all these leaves there, and it kind of makes it feel like there's a lot of plants around, and it's sort of like overgrown just a little bit, and I really, really love it. And then I've got some paintings around and some bookcases that I stole from the village. And that is pretty much it. Now, the next thing that I need to do is actually go ahead and sort out all of my chests and my barrels because I've just gone ahead and just dumped everything into some random barrels when I was bringing it in from the outside. But just before I do that, there is something that I would like to show you. So I'm just going to grab my boat really quick and let's just make sure it's daytime and we're not going to run out of time. It does look like the sun is going down, but that's fine. It's not going to take too long. So over here, there's this river that sort of winds around this way and sort of goes off in that direction. Now, this leads out into the ocean. Um, so I really want to make this river look really nice, and I'm thinking about maybe putting a bridge over parts of it to get over to the other side. I'm not entirely sure what I would do over that side yet, but that is just an idea that I've had. But I think I've found the perfect place for a mine entrance. So if I just get in my boat and follow this river just along, it's not too far from where our house is. And yeah, it just comes to this little bit here where it sort of opens up into another plains. But on the right hand side here, there's kind of like this hill and sort of like this sort of indentation in the hill where it's just random generation. And I'm thinking perhaps maybe I could make a really nice mine entrance right here. I mean, it's not too far from where I live, so it's kind of secluded. It's sort of in the woods. And yes, there is a floating tree, which I do need to get rid of as well because that is hurting my eyes, if I'm quite honest. But yeah, I'm thinking about putting maybe like a really nice archway here leading down into a mine or something like that. But I thought this area just looks really nice for like a really nice kind of secluded mine entrance. And yeah, I really think that is going to work out and it's really not too far. So let me just get back in my boat and head back over to my house because it's getting night time and I really don't want to die from monsters. And yet, like this area is just really dark. I really love all of the dark oak trees everywhere. So what I'm thinking as well is to make this river just look a whole lot nicer. Kind of have like rocks everywhere and put some lighting along the sides of the river and things like that. And I think it's going to turn out really, really nice. So that is a plan that I have for the future. But for now, I'm going to go and sort out all of my chests and all of my barrels and make sure that everything is all organised so everything's like really easy to find and I'm not just searching for all of my stuff all of the time. So yeah, I'll just do that now and then I'll be back with you. Okay everyone, so I've completely organised all of my chests now. So as you can see, I've got everything is sorted out and it's not just all in random sorts of places. I've got all of my stone and stuff over here in this section, all of my granite, andesite and diorite and all of my crop things up there, and essentially everything is just completely organized now and not just all in a clump in one chest. So now what I'm thinking about doing is actually setting up some sort of crop field or crop area because I need food and I've not killed a lot of animals. I basically have only killed some fish to tame the cats, and that is pretty much it. So I don't have a lot of food right now. I did collect some carrots and potatoes from the village. So I'd really like to go ahead and plant those now so I can start getting a lot more food together and then I won't have to worry so much about keeping my hunger levels up. So what I'm thinking is about turning this little area here into some sort of crop field. But first, I think I'm going to need to terraform a little bit because my house is sort of up on a kind of little bit of a hill and I sort of want to shape this hill just a little bit more, just to give it a little bit more um, of a shape and make it look nicer. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that and then we can start planting the crops and hopefully I can start getting a decent supply of food together. Okay, so I dug out a little bit of space, so I'm gonna need the wheat seeds. I might as well plant all of the stuff. So we have wheat, beetroot, carrots, potatoes, and that is it. Okay, perfect. So let's just go ahead and make ourselves a bucket. Now, as you can see, I have hardly any iron left. I've gone a little bit overboard with making lanterns and things like that. So I'm gonna have to go mining after this episode, and I'll probably do that in between episodes and get myself a lot more resources, a lot more iron, and potentially even some diamonds. So yeah, let's start planting in this kind of crop field here. Now I'm not too concerned about what the back of the house looks like because I do plan on putting a wall around this back part here as I'm planning on sort of building up a little village here in this area. So the wall is going to sort of come around the back here and then sort of go down into this bit, and I may make a little bit of a dock in this sort of roundish area here. As you can see, it's sort of like a crescent moon sort of shape. I think I might put a dock down there maybe, or I may do it over in that section over there because both of these little bits here go out into the ocean. As you can see, there's a space out into the ocean there as well. But yeah, let's just focus on the crop field for now. So I need to make some spaces for some water. So let's just dig out a few little holes, and hopefully they will be spaced out enough to, you know, irrigate the entire field. Hopefully, that's going to be enough. Maybe for now. Let's see. And maybe just put one right here as well. Um, I think that might be enough. But if it's not, I'll just put some more holes in. It's fine. So let's just grab ourselves some water, and it might be worth actually making a little sort of infinite water source. So let's just pop that there, and let's just grab ourselves another bucket of water. All right, perfect. So now we've got ourselves a little infinite water source there. So let's just fill up all of these holes and get going with the hoe. Now I'm going to have to make a stone hoe because I think I only got one piece of iron left now, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm going to have to make a stone hoe, which is a little bit annoying, but it's fine. It'll be better than nothing, I suppose. Okay, we just need one more, and then we're done with all of the water for now. Now, I probably will come in and put some trapdoors or some composters on top of the water, just to make sure nothing falls in it and then, jumps up out of the hole into the crops and, makes a hole with the crops. So let's just make ourselves a stone hoe. All right, so I've pretty much planted everything now. So I'm going to be maintaining this in between episodes, harvesting and replanting stuff and making sure I've got a whole lot of food on the go so I don't starve to death. And yeah, as I mentioned, I am going to be putting a wall just behind the house, and this is going to come out and sort of around this field, and I may extend this field. My hoe ran out, so unfortunately it's a little bit janky here on the side. So I'm going to have to make myself a new hoe and sort of round this bit out as well. But the wall that I'm talking about is going to come all the way around this area. As I mentioned, I may do something over here with the ocean, but I also may not. So the wall might just come all the way around here and just basically cut off the access to the ocean here, and then we'll just have the only access over that way. But I plan on having the wall sort of come all the way around this sort of mound here as well, and basically all the way around this area. What I'm planning on doing is actually building up a lot more buildings in this little area here and having a sort of village. I'd really like to get some of the villagers over into this area and set up some trades, but I want them to be able to roam around freely and not be constricted into tiny little spaces, as with many trading halls and things like that that a lot of people do. I don't have anything against those. And why is there a creeper in the water over there? Oh, I know why there's a creeper in the water over there. Um, I was collecting some clay, obviously for the chimney, and I've also used a little bit for some flower pots. And I was just over here, like, seeing some gaps here in the sand. And this is where I was collecting my clay from. And yeah, I was collecting clay and there was some sand next to it, and all of the sand fell, and there is a massive ravine right underneath this lake. I've not been down there to investigate, so I'm guessing that creeper has swam up all of the water right to the surface from down in that cave. And yeah, I'm gonna have to go down there at some point and investigate that and try and light it all up. But oh my goodness, it scared the life out of me when I was collecting the clay. So yeah, that was super scary when I was collecting the clay. Like, all of the sand just fell and I immediately thought, oh my goodness, I'm gonna die. But of course there was all the water there, so it's fine. But I'm definitely gonna go down there and investigate that at some point. And I think I might even like to do something with the ravine over there. But yeah, that is my plan for this area, getting villagers in this place, building up a lot more buildings, making it nice and safe and secure for them to roam around and live freely. And I will be able to trade with them and things like that. Who's the cutest kitty in the entire world? Yes, you are the cutest kitty in the entire world. Oh, I really love my cats. They are so cute. I don't actually have any cats in real life, but I really wish that I did. Unfortunately, I don't have the means to. Oh my god, there is a baby. Ah! Okay, he died. It's fine. Yeah, as I was saying, I don't have any cats in real life. I don't have the means to look after them and keep them fed and watered. So yeah, I really do wish that I had some in real life, but unfortunately I don't. So Minecraft cats will have to do. And that is pretty much it for this episode, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do hope that you have enjoyed it and you're excited to see what happens in this world. I'm definitely feeling a lot more inspired in this world and I have a lot more plans. And yeah, I really hope that you understand about my decision to not continue with my previous world. And I shall see you in the next episode. If you did like this video, please leave me a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more from me. And until next time, cheerio!